Welcome back to Daily Akari. We've got a Sunday puzzle number 476, once again by 700k PC. What am I looking at? This looks kind of rotationally symmetrical-ish. Just gotta finish getting all the obvious things. Alright. So what do we have? Not seeing anything like useful off the bat. It's imagining both these were blue. This would go here. This would go here. I don't see how that would affect anything else. I'm trying to look how these two would affect this one, but this could go here and this could go anywhere but here. And this would still have all of its liberties. What else? These have to be lit up by either this or this. Wait, if this were to go here and this were to go here, then we actually we could have both of these lit up, so that doesn't really tell me anything. Not seeing anything useful. Quality content on YouTube.com right here, folks. Some NB stumped at a grid of smiley faces and numbers notated in Japanese, a language that I do not speak. I can read hiragana and katakana, that's it. Don't know what any of the words mean. It's these two, then this would go here, then this would have two liberties, and we'd have a corner elimination here. Wait. Okay, this can't go here, because then nothing could light this up. If this were to go here, this could go here, and that would be fine. Do we have anything else like that? Yep. If this were to go here, this would go here. What if we had something in the middle here? This would go here, and this would go here. And that doesn't give us any information. If this were to go here, this would go here and here. And this would go here. If this were to go here, this would go here, this would go here and here. This would go here, this could go on either of these. This one would still have some liberties, I think. This one's a 50-50. don't see how it would affect the rest of the puzzle. If this were to go here, we would have 2 here. This one would have 3 liberties. This one would have 3 liberties. What if it were to go in like these? It can only go in one of them at most. Because if it's this one, it has to go here. So if we were to have something here, that doesn't work in reverse though. Wait, hang on. So these go to like 2 of those kind of edges of the corner that I'm looking at. So it either goes to one or the other. So if this were to go here, this would have to go here. Well, what's stopping us from just having both these lit up, and then either of these, or any combination on here could be valid. So if this were to go here, then this would go here. This would go here. And if this were to go here, this would go here, and this would go here. But it can't be both of these. It would have to be at least one of these. I don't know, is there a way I can prove that it can't be 2 in the corner at once? I don't see how it would affect any of the rest of the puzzle. Let's imagine that this were blue. This would go here. Wouldn't be able to go here, wouldn't be able to go here. Or would it? So if this were blue, we could have this here and this here. Actually, it wouldn't have to just be here. But in either case, it would have to be this one, which doesn't tell me anything. And then this would have to go here. Then this would have to go here. Okay, so if this were blue, then this would have to go here. And then this would go here, and then that would leave 1 left here. And this would be lit up, so to light all these up, this one would have to go here. But how does that affect the rest of the puzzle? Wait, hang on. So, if this were blue and this were here, this would be here. This would be here, and we would have one left here. Which would mean, yeah, this would have to be here. Because putting this here and this here would leave one liberty here, which would block off the only other way this could work, which would be this one and this one. So this would have to go here in that case. Which would mean this would go here, and we would have these two. And then this would go here. And then this could still go here or here, except, so if this were also, so if we had a light here, this would have to go here. And then we could just still have the two here, and that would be fine. So we know this would be here. I feel like I'm not looking at these enough though, because there's only so many rows and columns that can light these up. So like, if I can prove there's not enough rows and columns to light all these up, then I can prove like it would have to be one of these on the sides. So this is 5 tall, and there's at least 3, and at most 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one we don't have to worry about, and then there's this could go here. Now here's where we start seeing some squeezing. I don't know. It doesn't seem like rows and columns are scarce. Except wait, this has to be lit up by either this one or this one. And so does this, but with this one or this one. So I think that proves actually that these can't be on the same side. They have to be rotationally symmetrical, not mirror symmetrical for the light patterns. Okay. So let's look back to this like hypothetical. If this whole thing were blue, then this would have to be lit up by that. And then we would see one here and one here, and then there would be nothing to light this up. I can't believe it took me so long to see these. Alright, so what does that make our vitals on this? Here and here, I think? Yeah, okay, and we can apply that to all of these. What's that there? And these here. This one here. What else would mess with it? This would go here, this would go here. This would go here, this would go here. That seems fine. We have corner illumination here. Hang on, let's look at these two again, because I know so this goes here and this goes here. Then yeah, this would be completely blocked off. Oh, and these two are in agreement anyway, so I can work with that. Hang on. Can't go there. But could have this going here and this going here. That actually does work. Except, wait, no, this one has to be lit up by that. Wait, yeah. Okay, that solves itself then. This one here. And then this has to be lit up by that. This one here. Corner illumination here. Alright, making good progress. This has to be lit up by one of these two. This has to be lit up by one of these two. This one has 4 spaces that can light up. This one has 3. This one has... yes. This has 2. This has 1, 2, 3, 4. This has 3. Right, so this will take up 2 rows and this will take up 2 rows, so that puts them in agreement with each other. Which means this has to be lit up by that. Doesn't look like we have something similar up top. Wait, but I feel like we have 2 oh wait, no, because this where this light placement affects this part of the board, so no, they're not identical. If this were to go here, this would go here and here, that looks fine. If this were to go here, this would have to go here, that also seems fine. If this were to go here, this would go here. This would go here, this would go here. Also seems fine. This has to be lit up by one of these 3. If this were to go here, this would have to go here. This would go here. Blarg. Right, okay. This has to be lit up by one of these two. This has to be lit up by one of these two. So that eliminates all these. Means this can only be lit up by this. Yeah. And this can only be lit up by that. Alright. Puts that there. Both these could be lit up by both of these. Or one of these. And anything above. This would go here, this would go here and here, this would go here. Hang on, so if this went here, this would go here and here. We should light this up. This would have to go here. Are both of these still liberties? I think so. I don't think anything's blocking them off. If this were to go here, then this would go here and here, and then this would be blocked off, so it can't go here. Almost done. Methinks. I think also can't go here, because that would completely block up this one with the two forcing light there. Is there anything I can prove is not a combination of these two? Or of the three against this two? The three liberties on this 2 block. If it were to be both of these, then this would have to go here. 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 I don't see anything contradictory. If it's these two, then it has to be one of these 3 to light this up. Let me look at that, because I think I can prove an impossibility there. So if it's these two, then it's not here. And this has to go here, which blocks these two. These two means this. Then how would that affect this part of the puzzle? So if this were X'd out, then this can still be lit up by, so we could have this and this, or we could have this, so that doesn't really affect it. This would go here. This one would have the liberty at here or here. This has to be lit up by one of these three, which I think, none of which would be lit up. This would be lit up here. So then it could be any of these except, wait, no, it couldn't be here, because that would be a corner elimination. There's only 2 liberties left here, so it has to be this one or this one. If it were to be this one, then this would have to go here to light this up, which would also light that up. And then this could be lit up by this, I think. Seems to work out. Okay, I probably need to look places that are more stupid to prove the stupid places wrong. If this were to go here, this would have to be here to light itself up. Same with this. So if I could prove it's not here, then I can prove it's here. Or vice versa. Wait, if it were these two, then this would have to be lit up by this, I think. It seems to work. Why is like the last part of the puzzle harder than like the whole first part that I was completely stumped on? How is it already almost been 30 minutes? If it were to go here, can I prove it's not here? This would go here and here. This would go here. This would go here. This would go here. This could go here. And I think that works. Wait, hang on. Okay, if this whole row were blue, then this would have to get lit up by this, and this would have to be be lit up by that, which conflicts. Okay, so we can eliminate these. Can't believe I didn't see that. What else? So it has to be one of these two, and it has to be one of these two. Okay, so that eliminates these, which means that this has to go here. I feel like there should be an X with only one space that can light it up, but I'm not seeing any. So it could be lit up by this one or that one. This one, oh wait, no, we've got two over here that'll light this up. Guaranteed. Is there any case where it's possible for this to go here? So this would go here, this would go here. This would go here. And this would go. This would go here, this would go here, this would go here. Seems to work out. So let's look the other way. This would go here. Then this would go here. So this would go here. 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 Wait, this. Oh, okay. This only has one space that can light it up. Okay, so I think that solves the puzzle. Yep, there we go. Alright. 31 minutes, 49 seconds. Perfect score. Not super proud of my time, but hey, I did it. Alright, bye-bye. See ya.